Welcome back to Home Sweet Home Cooking. I'm your host Rocky in my mother's kitchen. Say hi, Mother.
Hi, Mother.
So my mom is going to sit this one out. My friend Trent is back with me in front of the camera, and we're going to do a shrimp lo mein. He doesn't like shrimp, so he'll be picking the shrimp out, but the rest of us do. So that's what we're going to do. Go ahead, and I'm going to get this on medium high. It's already hot because I just fried some egg rolls, and I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of the hot oil back in the pan, in the wok. Now normally I say you let this heat up till it's already hot, but this is already hot. I've already burnt myself on the oil once. And next to this we're going to add, Trent's going to be doing this part, the bok choy. This
all
is just, yep, all this. This is about, I don't know, about a cup of bok choy. It says 1/4 pound of cabbage, thinly sliced. This is a little bit thicker than thinly sliced because that's just the bok choy that we had. So I'm going to let that start to cook down. And being high heat like it is, in fact, I'm going to turn it up even higher because it is a wok.
Okay, so you want it to cook pretty quick.
Yeah, this is going to cook through quick. It's Chinese food. And you just basically want to keep it moving. So I'll get that going. Once that starts to soften up, we'll add in some carrots. These are matchstick carrots. I bought them this way, or you can julienne yourself. While he's doing that, I'm going to get the sauce started. Where are we looking now? 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. And luckily I found an Asian market in our town, so I can get all this good stuff here. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Yes, use it. This is important in here. Trust me, you'll want this in here for flavor.
It really is.
Yeah. If you don't put this in there, it's not going to taste like what you expect from LoMein if you get it in a restaurant. But not even close. Oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. It doesn't mean light, low sodium. It just means what you buy in the store is considered light. And it's going to be 1 tablespoon of that. And 1 teaspoon of what's called dark soy sauce. I couldn't find anything that said dark, so you got to leave that on there, Trent.
Turn off.
Yeah. I've got black soy sauce, which is going to be a dark soy sauce, so 1 teaspoon of that. This is very, very potent. It smells almost molassesy, the dark soy sauce. You cannot use them interchangeably. It's one or the other, whatever it calls for. 1/4 cup of chicken stock. 1/8 teaspoon of sugar. Just a touch of sweetness. And what's going to make the thickener out of it is going to be 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And then you're just going to mix this together, and that's going to form your sauce. And then this just gets set aside until you're ready to put the sauce in there. How's it going?
They're turning pretty good.
Getting there, so we're going to add in the carrots to get them started. Ahead of time, my mom went ahead, did the shelling of the shrimp and pulled all the little legs off the bugs. And these were pretty clean. I didn't see any point deveining them. If I saw a vein, I pulled it. But these were really, really clean shrimp. You can do chicken, you can do beef lo mein, you can do pork lo mein, you can do whatever you want. It calls for a 1/2 pound. We went a little bit heavy because, well, do what you want, basically.
Because I like them.
Because that's the way I like it. I like a little bit of meat in my meals. Alright, just kind of keep flipping it. There you go. I'll get those softened up a little bit. Probably throw in the scallions so they start to soften up. That's 3 green onions. And I'm going to add just a little bit more oil in there. Keep things moving. When they soften up, then you're going to add some bean sprouts, and almost right away you're going to start adding your shrimp to that. Now, Trent spent how long in China?
Right about 3 years.
He went over there to teach, this southern boy went over there to teach English to Chinese kids. I feel sorry for those kids.
He can't even talk English.
So he got to spend 3 years over there, and he had, of course, but is able to eat authentic Chinese cuisine, so he'll be the judge to see if this tastes authentic. I don't remember where I got this recipe. Actually, I do. I pulled 3 different recipes off the internet and I pulled them together because I knew some were missing some had more of this, more of that, and I just kind of evened it out.
Law of averages, man.
Yeah, I knew it had to have the oyster sauce. I knew it's gonna. I didn't know about. Didn't even knew there was dark soy sauce until I looked at that. But I knew it was gonna have soy sauce, oyster sauce for sure, and sesame oil, and the cornstarch for a thickener. That's a given. And how are we getting there? A little bit longer, I think.
A little bit longer for the green onions, too.
But it doesn't really take a whole lot of time for this. We're doing this on an induction in a wok. You don't have to do it in a wok. You can do it in a non-stick pan. Just don't use a metal spatula in a non-stick pan or your mom will kill you.
Ruined, I don't even know how many by doing that.
Yeah. But seeing this is a stainless steel wok and I have seasoned it a few times, it's good to go. Alright, let it sit just a little bit there without moving it. I don't have the wok screaming hot like you could. If you have this over an actual gas burner, you can get the wok really, really, really hot, and then it cooks like that.
Yeah, I think that can sustain up to like 500 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but this I've got it set for 425. I mean, I can bump it up to max sear, but I don't. That's a lot for this thin pan on this induction cooker. All right, give that a stir.
Yeah, we got some char on the green.
Yeah, that's what I want. So just let them sit there, mix them around, let it sit, so we get a little bit of color on there. Color does not mean burnt. It just means that, okay, too much color obviously is burnt. Don't say that color doesn't mean burnt. But if there's a little bit of charring on there, that's going to be a little bit of different flavor. Doesn't do anything for texture because we're not going that colored. All right. Give that a quick stir through. And those will take just maybe 15-20 seconds. All right, let sit for a minute. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take that and kind of spread it up the sides of the wok once it gets once the beans cook a little longer.
Yeah, get you a little well.
Yep, get you a little well going. Then I'm going to add a little more oil, and then we'll throw in the shrimps. I think these were a 30 count shrimp. We did a whole pound bag instead of a half pound. Give that a stir through, see what it looks like. Yeah.
Go ahead and make it a little well.
Yeah, go ahead and make it a well. As big of a well as you can. You're using the wrong side of the spatula. Use the back side and just push it up like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And for as much as you can, and it seems to work a little faster. A little bit better.
Yeah.
The scallions want to roll downhill. All right, now. Another tablespoon of the oil. And just going to dump the shrimps in. Try not to mix the vegetables in, just trying to stir the shrimp by itself for a little bit. Let it cook for a little bit. Don't want it to be burnt. You want it that slightly pink on the outside, but definitely white.
Okay.
The meat has to be cooked through.
Yeah. So almost like if you were doing like a what's it called, a country breakfast, where you got all your stuff on the outside that's done, and then you cook the middle.
Kind of, yeah. If you're using a Piscata or some type of a big grill surface, yeah. Because that's the beauty of the wok. When you push the vegetables up the sides, it's cooler up here. Yeah. And then you can just focus on what you dropped in the middle. That's probably a little bit too much chicken, or too much shrimp for one shot. It's gonna take a little longer than I wanted. That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, let it sit for about 15-20 seconds. Flip it.
For now, yeah. I turned up the heat, so it might only go about 10 seconds.
Okay.
We're using an actual Lo Mien noodle, which it's just an egg noodle. I got the thick ones this time. Walmart sells this brand called Simply Asia Chinese style Lo Mien noodles. Those are a little bit thinner, almost spaghetti size, just flat. I like those in a little more delicate of a dish. I think these wider noodles, because this is a big chunky meal, the wider vegetables are a little bit better than this.
I'm gonna tell you too, this already smells like being back over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. The bok choy when it's cooking is fantastic.
The seafood smell.
Yep. You're smelling this already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what this thing tastes like.
That just smells delicious.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
To me, if you don't like Chinese food,
yeah, you're not gonna like this because it's pretty much everything that goes in authentic.
yeah. Now I'll say this is oyster sauce. There is a thing called hoisin sauce, which you could probably get away with in here. It's gonna make your gravy brown, or your sauce brown, which is what you want. But it's the flavor. The oyster sauce, it's not very fishy.
Yeah. Way less than it smells.
Yeah, it's it does have a little slight fishy scent to it, a little slight fishy taste to it, but not bad. But it does add what they call that umami.
Yes.
So get these down as you're sitting high. Every time it seems like those couple got away from you. The rest are about done. You can probably go ahead and stir those vegetables in.
All right.
I'm going to turn this back down to the high, off the max sear. And this cornstarch is going to thicken the sauce once it goes in.
And that actually is something that they use as a rule, pretty much. Use your cornstarch to thicken.
Yeah, yeah. But you don't want to add cornstarch to this. You put the cornstarch in a cold liquid. Stir it in, otherwise it's going to be clumpy. And you're not going to get sauce. It'll just be chunks of... there's still small clumps in there. Alright, just start cooking that through. Make sure everything gets coated liberally. Literally and liberally. And I forgot one important thing.
What was that?
Open up a little spot in the middle there. It's supposed to have some ginger and garlic. So we'll get that, just leave that fry for a second to get the aromatic going. I'm using a garlic and ginger paste that I bought for some Indian food. It'll work fine in here instead of being yeah, now it smells better.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just going to get that mixed into the center so it cooks through a little bit and gets aromatic. And once it starts bubbling, now go ahead and stir that all together. There we go. That should have gone in probably before the vegetables. If you're using minced, I would put that in before the vegetables at the very beginning. Or at the very latest before you put the meat in. But it'll be fine. And last but not least, let's go ahead and get this shut off. You can get the noodles. These are boiled al dente. No, they're not. They're boiled stuck together because somebody didn't. So we're going to get this mixed in. We'll get it plated up and we'll take a closer look. So Mom and my girlfriend are over there eating. My mom says it's good. My girlfriend says it's all right. It's missing something because it doesn't taste the way it does in an American restaurant, probably. So Trent is going to be he spent time in China, so his vote counts.
No lying.
That tastes exactly what I would walk down from my apartment and get for dinner.
It's authentic.
Very authentic taste.
The noodles, I think, are a little bit wider than you would get over there.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, they'd have been probably the thin ones.
Or rice noodles.
Or rice noodles. But this is what...
it's cooked correctly. Yeah. It's got all the right seasonings.
This is what the store had for the other noodle. I went to a different store to eat this because Walmart was also got the wide ones. But this is good.
It is. It reminds me of being over there.
And it's pretty simple to do. Just got to get your vegetables prepped, get them cooked, and boil our noodles. Make sure you stir them so they're nice and separated. Chicken, shrimp, pork, beef. It'd be the same sauce for all of them. But yeah, that's really good. I like that.
I don't even eat shrimp, and I'm going back for more shrimp.
That tells you something. I think maybe some toasted sesame on top, sesame seed.
And some five guys.
And some Chinese five spice, she says. Maybe. I'm thinking, for me, some red pepper chili flake inside this to make it a little higher.
Fragrant chili oil.
Or a little bit of chili oil. And maybe a little more walnut oil, or walnut sesame oil. But this is good, folks. I like this. I know I'm going to make more of this because I've made this before. So, a different recipe, but yeah, I'll definitely thumbs up. So give this a try. And I'm going to do, Mom and I are going to do, she doesn't know yet, but on Tuesday we're going to do a Thai peanut chicken noodle. And that's what I want to save the thinner noodles for, was for that. So we're going to give that one a try to cook on Tuesday and get that one up the week after you see this one. Then I'm going to read, we did a General Tso's, but I shot it. I wasn't happy the more I thought about it. So I'm going to redo a General Tso's and do a better version of it for you guys.
Oh, good. I love it.
Yeah. So that you have a General Tso's coming up, and the General Tso's is kind of the same principle you follow through to make sesame chicken or sweet and sour chicken. So you can follow that, or honey chicken, I'm sorry. But you can follow that one through. So thank you for watching. I hope you watched another episode. I was glad to have Trent share the cam with me again.
Glad to be back.
And we'll try to get him here for some more food later on. Thanks for watching.
Dean.